I'm Jake, an 18-year-old nobody from Ohio, and one insane crash flipped my life upside down. I was just trying to get home when I saw him, a millionaire in a wrecked Tesla. What I did next shocked him to his core. Stick around, this gets wild. I'm just a regular teen, working part-time at a Cincinnati gas station, scraping by to help my mom with bills. Life's been rough since Dad left, money's tight, and I'm stuck driving a beat-up '05 Honda that coughs more than it runs. My dream may be college, but that feels like chasing the American dream with $1 and a prayer. Most days, I'm dodging late notices and praying my car doesn't die on I-75. It was a stormy Friday night, rain pounding like it was trying to drown the city. I was driving home from my shift, exhausted, when I saw it. A sleek Tesla Model S crumpled against a guardrail, smoke curling from the hood. My heart raced. Nobody else was around. The road was a ghost town. I pulled over, my sneakers slipping in the mud, and ran to the wreck. Inside was this guy. Sharp suit, Rolex glinting, looking like he owned half of Ohio. I recognized him from the news. Ethan Caldwell, some big-shot tech CEO worth millions. He was dazed, blood trickling down his forehead, muttering about his phone. "Help me," he croaked, barely conscious. My hands shook. I'm no hero, just a kid who can't afford to screw up. But something kicked in. I yanked the door open, the metal screeching, and dragged him out just as the car sparked like it might blow. I laid him on the wet asphalt, rain soaking us both. He was out of it, mumbling about a meeting, his empire, whatever. I checked his pulse, still alive. My phone was dead, and his was smashed in the wreck. No help was coming unless I made it happen. I'm thinking, Jake, you're in over your head. But then I saw his briefcase, papers spilling out, and something else. A flash of something that didn't belong. That's when this night went from crazy to insane. What would you do, stuck in the rain with a half-conscious millionaire and a secret that could change everything? I grabbed the briefcase, my hands trembling, and saw it, a USB drive labeled Project Apex. It looked sketchy, like something from a spy flick. Caldwell stirred, his eyes locking onto mine. "Don't touch that," he growled, suddenly alert. I froze. This wasn't just a crash. This guy was hiding something big. My gut screamed to run, but I couldn't leave him. Not yet. I helped him sit up, propping him against the guardrail. "You okay, man?" I asked, trying to sound calm. He nodded, wincing, but his eyes kept darting to that USB. "What's Project Apex?" I said, holding it up. His face went pale, like I'd just pulled a gun. "Kid, you don't know what you're messing with," he snapped. "Give it back now!" I should have listened, but I was pissed. Here's this rich dude, probably never struggled a day in his life, acting like I'm the problem. "I just saved your ass," I said. "Maybe tell me why this thing's worth freaking out over." He clammed up, but I could see the panic. That USB was no ordinary file, it was trouble. The rain slowed and headlights finally appeared. A trucker pulled over, radioing for help. Paramedics and cops showed up, and I handed Caldwell over, but I slipped the USB into my pocket. Stupid? Maybe, but I wasn't letting this go. Something about his vibe screamed shady, and I needed answers. Back home, I plugged the USB into my ancient laptop. My heart was pounding. This felt like hacking into the Pentagon. The drive had one file, a blueprint for some high-tech drone labeled Apex Confidential. Notes mentioned military contracts, billions in deals, and, here's the kicker, a flaw that could make the drones crash mid-flight. Caldwell's company was about to sell these to the government, knowing they were defective. If this got out, his empire was toast. I couldn't sleep. This wasn't just about me anymore. People could die if those drones failed. But who was I to take on a millionaire? I'm just a kid with a 2.8 GPA and a car that smells like burnt oil. Still, I kept digging. I found online forums, whistleblowers saying Caldwell buried safety reports to protect his bottom line. My stomach churned. This guy was playing God with lives. Monday, I tracked him down at his downtown office, a glass tower that screamed money. I bluffed my way past security, saying I had personal business. My palms were sweaty, my hoodie out of place among the suits. Caldwell was in a boardroom, all smug and polished, like the crash never happened. I barged in, holding up the USB. "We need to talk," I said, my voice shaking but loud. The room went dead silent. His execs stared like I was a ghost. "Kid, you're out of your league," Caldwell hissed, standing up. "You think you can ruin me?" I was freaking out. Would you have backed down? I didn't. "People could die because of you. I shot back. I'm not letting this go. He laughed, cold and sharp, offering me cash to disappear. 10 grand, then 50. I wanted to puke. This was the American dream, right? Work hard, get screwed, or sell out. I took a deep breath, my heart hammering. I'm not for sale, I said, staring Caldwell down. This USB goes to the press unless you fix those drones. His smirk vanished. The room felt like it was closing in, every exec watching me like I was nuts. I didn't care. I was done being invisible. Caldwell lunged for the USB, but I yanked it back. You think you're untouchable? I said, my voice steady now. I've got copies. One email and your whole empire's done. His face twisted. Fear, anger, maybe respect. He wasn't used to losing. You're a kid, he spat. You have no idea what this means. I know enough, I shot back. I know you buried the truth to save your millions. I'm giving you one chance. Fix this or I blow the whistle. My hands were shaking, but I felt alive, like I was finally someone who mattered. Caldwell sank into his chair, defeated. What do you want? He whispered. I want you to make it right, I said. Recall the drones. Tell the truth. The room was silent, my words hanging heavy. For the first time, I saw him not as a millionaire, but as a guy who'd screwed up big, and I'd called him out. Me, Jake, the gas station kid. Caldwell caved. A week later, his company issued a recall, citing safety concerns. The news exploded. Headlines called it a scandal, but nobody knew I was behind it. I didn't need the credit. Knowing I'd stopped something awful was enough. My life didn't change overnight. I'm still broke, still driving that junker. But I feel different, stronger, like the American dream isn't just for guys like Caldwell. I never thought a crash would make me a hero, even for a day. It's crazy what one fearless move can do. Have you ever stood up to someone way out of your league? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. If this story blew your mind, smash that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more insane stories. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Let's keep chasing what's right together.